Have you ever been cracked as bad as this dash? Alright, Ferris is taking too long setting up the camera, so I was impatient. I already pulled out all the screws for this piece right here, and then I already pulled the screws out for this right here as well. So we'll get started.
So this is our first time pulling apart this dash. There's only, I think is, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 screws. There's one in the middle. There's 2 on each end pieces, and then there's 2 on each side of the console. Here we're just getting rid of all these wires, getting them out of the way. The shifter actually has to come out, so we're just going to unbolt that shifter real quick, move it out of the dash back out of the way, and then we should be able to get this dash out of here pretty quick. So whenever I was about to put the new dash in, I realized we went kind of quick pulling the old harness out of the dash, and I was trying to figure out how to put this harness back in the dash. And so looking at the harness itself, comparing it to the old one, but I think I figured out how to actually loom it through the dash.
Okay. So rotate it. Okay. Ow! All I know is all this goes to the radio. This goes to the driver's side, which doesn't seem that bad. I know that's a ground and that's a ground. So, I mean, technically we can just throw that right there, but I'm gonna make sure. Dang, this is okay. See if we can rotate it again. Put it there, I don't know. So I kind of figure out. Here, don't let it fall.
I'm not.
Don't let it fall. So this gets fed to you. It's easy if you have your feet kind of.
Well, I can't get my feet under it, dummy.
Okay.
Okay, so I might have lied. The wire loom, the wiring harness through the dash wasn't that bad. This HVAC blower controls was probably the hardest part. Here I am just putting a little bit of grease on it just because it had some grease. I just thought maybe add a little bit more, help it out. This part is almost impossible to put in with the dash installed. Whenever I uninstalled it, the dash was still like kind of sitting. There's just not enough room to actually get your hands in there and actually put it in the pins that it needs to go in. So yeah, it was difficult. After that is downhill from there. We put the shifter on. There's a few wires under the dash that you have to get to. It's not ideal. Fog lights, and then not really sure what that light's called, but it's for the gauges to turn the brightness up and down. The clips for this, so satisfying. They do not make stuff like this anymore.
Hold on, we got windshield wipers on.
Yeah, blinkers on.
See if radio works.
So far it is. It's turning on.
Are these different?
Oh, that one's probably the smaller one.
Okay. Okay, copyright. We have a new dash.
We just have one little dimple, but it's okay.